All right. Let me see if I've got this straight. We voted out of the EU.
Yes.
The date of the leaving is coming up.
Uh-huh.
We had to agree on terms of our leaving.
A deal.
A deal of sorts was reached.
But it was unpopular.
There was a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister.
By the Conservatives.
But they voted in confidence of her.
Just.
But the deal was voted against in the Commons.
And defeated.
And then all the other parties got together and voted in no confidence of her as well.
Uh-huh.
Because they want a second referendum?
Not necessarily.
Because they're split on it.
Decidedly.
So she went back to Brussels and got a second deal.
Somehow it nearly killed her.
But the Commons voted it down again.
And everyone was getting fed up.
And then she tried to get a third vote for it, but the Speaker said she couldn't. And all those MPs who'd voted against it the second time, whose votes were magically going to change for the prospective third date, used that as an excuse to blame him for the hold-up.
Yes.
And then they voted for an extension to the leave date.
Because?
They definitely need a deal and don't want to leave without one.
Correct.
And some people are saying that they should have a second referendum to see if the British people still want Brexit, considering how utterly awful and completely stressful and shambolic it's been thus far.
Somehow.
And a second referendum might have to happen after a general election.
Maybe.
But a general election might not happen because May isn't willing to step aside.
Not yet, no.
And a second referendum, even though it's a democratic procedure, might not be very democratic in this instance.
Because?
It would hail a constitutional crisis due to the fact that the result of the first referendum is effectively being ignored, thus contravening everything that a referendum's supposed to be about in the first place.
Thus?
Well, what faith could we have in the second referendum?
Go on.
None at all. So all government is untrustworthy? And to replace it, we should what? We should do something. What should we do? Rise up in the streets and revolt! And what will it be when we do that?
Anarchy!
No, revolution. Oh, sorry.
Revolution! Revolution! Yeah! Revolution!
Whoa. Hold on. Revolution's a very big word. Now, what are we thinking here? Like, presumably something that favours EU? Or what, like a complete constitutional overhaul?
Well, I was thinking more like a radical socialist movement.
We could get rid of the monarchy. No, thank you. What's your idea of revolution, then? I don't know. It's just a cool word, isn't it? I hadn't really thought about it. I mean... oh, dude, let's just do anarchy. It's so much easier.
Oh, fine. All right, we'll do anarchy.
Great. Just a little anarchy. Just a little anarchy, I promise. Yeah, well, look, let's go down there to Westminster. We'll just shout a few things, throw a few bins around. It's going to be great fun.
All right.
Well, they haven't got bins in central London anymore. Oh, you're right, aren't you? They haven't had bins since the 90s. Oh, why can't things be simpler? Fine. Plan B, we're going to have to go with your radical socialism then. How does it work? Is the value of my house going to go up or down? Because that's the only thing I care about. You haven't got a house. That's true.